Welcome back, guys, and today we are going to be playing a couple games with my pretty sweet Mardu Aristocrat deck. But I wanted to get something out of the way first. I've, I've got some pretty bad news for any of you dual veterans. Uh, Unfortunately, Hakeem 928 has passed away. He passed away a few days ago now, and yeah, it's hit me pretty hard. I tried to make a video about it earlier, but it just turned into a like rambling, incoherent mess kind of thing, and I just didn't think that was suitable, if you know what I mean. I didn't think it was. I didn't want to just upload something like that. But yeah, Hakeem 98 was one of the pioneers of the Magic Duels community. He was one of the guys who he organized the first tournament in Magic Duels, the Hakumite, which spawned the Steam Showdown, and he gave me a bunch of help running that for the first one until Kreider took the wheel. And yeah, he did a hell of a lot for the community. He's got a whole channel just full of videos of the Duel series, and I mean that's not even including the stuff like I watched him stream for a very long time and stuff, and yeah, and it's pretty, yeah, I've took it pretty bad. But yeah, it was. I just think I think if you didn't know about Hakeem, you should know about him because he really did a lot for the Magic community, and he drifted away towards the end. He didn't like the direction of Magic Duels, and it turned out to be a good good decision to drift away from that mess. But yeah, I wish I had a chance to say goodbye and stuff. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the main course here. today's today's um, Mardu Aristocrats, which is a pretty sweet deck. I've just built it and I'm missing some number of wildcards, as you can see by only the one hero precinct 1, and my mana base is a bit sketchy as well, which is why the deck looks fairly incomplete. But it's gonna be a straightforward change. It's gonna be Minister of Obligations are gonna leave, and we'll just get more heroes of precinct 1 once we get the wildcards for it. But yeah, so I mean the deck is pretty straightforward. It's called Mardu Hendu because it's based around the 3 legendary women pioneer in the deck: Teysa, Elenda, and Judith. So yeah, that's kind of the build around cards is that Teysa doubles your death effects. Elenda is fantastic with all the sacrifice and stuff we've got going on. Cool little combo with Elenda and Teysa is uh, Elenda basically, for every creature that dies, Elenda makes 4 1/1 tokens because she'll get 2+1/+1 counters per death, and then she'll make 2 vampire tokens per like counter. So it's a bit like having 2 double seasons on the field, if you know what I mean. So she kind of goes nuts, and if you can well, there goes my connection. But if you get that combo online with the sacrifice outlet, your opponent's generally in really big trouble. And other card, we are literally splashing red solely for Judith. That should show the power level of Judith. She is so good in these aristocrat style decks that I honestly justified going straight into Mardu instead of just straight Orzhov just for her, and I don't regret that decision one bit. She makes your tokens huge, she makes your tokens bigger, and every time a creature dies, you get to ping things. And we're even running the whole 4 because a second one turns into a twin bot basically because both of them trigger. So again, pretty absurd with all the death with Teysa as well because that gets doubled. So it turns every creature dying into a twin bolt, which is pretty insane. Apart from that though, the other engine of the deck of course is Midnight Reaper. It's very easy to run out of cards and draw like the wrong part of your deck, and Midnight Reaper just helps you keep a lot of cards up and let you play your best things every turn. And then apart from that, it's really just, well, there's the hero, which is the one of which a lot of our cards, it's just kind of a token generator. A lot of our cards are multicolored, so it's pretty much free, and you'll get, if your opponent can't kill this, you'll get a lot of value from it. Let's put it that way. I mean, look at all the multicolored cards, and then all these extra tokens, we have plenty of uses for them. such as Priest of Forgotten Gods. I thought this card looked okay, but it's actually amazing. It's you can just absolutely decimate boards with this thing. Like you ping their Llanowar elves, and then you just make them sacrifice the big creature and stuff. It's very clunky, and you do need two other creatures, so you can just get them. You can just get stranded on the board, but you can do some filthy things with Priest of Forgotten Gods if it lives, and I hope to show you that today. The other sacrifice outlet being Pitiless Pontiff, and this thing is decidedly mediocre. Really needed to be a free activation, but unfortunately Wizards didn't print one for us. So we are stuck with what we have, and this thing's okay. Death Touch is nice, Indestructible's nice, but could have been so much more. And really, apart from that, the deck is just creatures we want to sacrifice. Hunted Witness, Footlight Fiend, Perilous Oilark. What else is there? Minister of Obligation, really. Yeah, and that's just kind of the rest of the deck. We have a couple of removal spells, Mortify and Final Payment, but with all the Judith triggers, that's really our main removal. But yeah, so that's the deck. Like I said, it's not 100% finished, but I have been a lot of fun with it. I have made 41 tokens off an elenda, which was probably the personal highlight so far. And let's get into some gameplay. Not going to be playing anything fancy, just going to be playing the straight play ladder. I've not really done much in rank. I think I'm silver, but I definitely will not be pushing for the top 8. For those of you who don't know, Wizards have announced that if you make the top 8 of this ranked season, you will get a place at a tournament where you get like a £7,500 payoff, which $7,500 I should clarify, which sounds tempting, but this ladder is really not built for that level of grind. It's getting to Mythic alone was soul crushing. I stopped it. Yeah. Bit of life. I stopped at gold last season, and I do not regret that one bit. And watching people like CGB grind to Mythic was soul crushing. And our point's done, so that's how you win the game. No, but yeah, and if you finish the top 8, you get only the top 8 of the Mythic in the ranked season get this invite. And but they just really haven't thought it out because there's so many problems with it. One is that the rank doesn't update real time. I think it's once every half an hour. So that last half an hour is just going to be absolute swing fest. Whether you need to play more games, whether you can sit it out, it's going to be an absolute mess. Number 2 is that there's no protection against people sharing accounts. Like I could just have my friend play 24, me and my friend and a bunch of other people play 24 hours a day to get up to that rank. And 3, I mean, there's no one stopping just win farming, and it just really wasn't well thought out, but they decided to go for it in their infinite wisdom, so who are we to prevent it? If you want to... I mean, to be fair, if you did get into this tourney, it is absolutely amazing value. I think, like I said, the minimum payoff is 7,500. You could win $250,000, I think it is. Which is why people will actually ruin their lives trying to grind for this. And I'm not exaggerating either. It would people will spend way more time than they should trying to get to the top 8. It will not be particularly good, I don't think. I recommend not going for that if you value your sanity. It's going to play the Midnight Reaper and swing in with the Hunted Witness, I think. Although Hunted Witness is actually pretty nice with Teysa if I save that around. Yeah, we won't attack yet. I like lifelink are a good way to race here. Okay, well, that was unfortunate. At least they can't really put on a big clock here. Oh, they didn't take anything. You choose a non-creature. Okay, I've been a moron. I forgot that Teysa is non-creature. Make my 1/1. I'll now offer I'll happily trade my Midnight Reaper off here because it gets 2 cards and yeah, it gets 2 cards if he wants to trade it off. And I mean, now I'm gonna get 4 cards, so I don't think that's the right block if I'm my opponent. I don't even think that's particularly good because I'm getting 2 cards here. I'll happily trade 2 cards for my Midnight Reaper. There's another Teysa, and yeah. Hopefully he blows like a good removal spell on Teysa, and then I can just build a second one with this Hunted Witness. But yeah, I think I came up on that exchange. I traded my 3-drop for that 2-drop, but I drew 2 cards from it. Okay, that goes hero. Kind of unfortunate, but like I said, hero does often die. And this one is the non-land one. Okay, there's a elenda. Nice. Now we can really get this party started. Because I'm just going to attack all out now. Because my opponent is foolish enough to block here. Then elenda will reach very scary levels of power quick. And if I draw myself a Pitless Pontiff or a... Yeah. I don't think my opponent can get out of there. I've pretty much got the combo assembled and you needed like Vraska's Contempt. That was kind of the power as you saw there. My opponent had a disruptive hand as well, but it just wasn't enough. So we're now 2-0 because I do count that first game. But yeah, it's been a rough week. I'll put it that way. It was kind of heartwarming though, because the old NGA community, which was essentially ripped apart because of course Wizards decided to murder duels instead of just letting it die. And so the community kind of split apart because a lot of them were on Xbox and PS4 and all that. Well, not PS4. A lot of them were on Xbox and iOS and all that stuff, and obviously Arena's not available on them yet, so a lot of people didn't migrate. A lot of people just drifted away because they were sick of being trapped so badly by Magic Duels. And it's amazing because just over this last week, a lot of the community came back together just to pay their respects and stuff to Hakeem, which I think was pretty heartwarming. And yeah, it's been nice to see. Our opponent name's Dinosaur. It looks like we're playing a weird dinosaur deck, but I don't think there's such a thing as a not weird dinosaur deck, so I won't begrudge my opponent for that. He's going to be playing a Regisaur Alpha next turn, which is going to be really bad for us. I think my best bet is to just get this Minister down. And then hopefully we draw into some other cheap creature next turn to be able to sacrifice the Minister plus the Oil Arc or something. Oh god, this isn't looking good for our protagonists here. That's a 4/4 and a 5/5 dinosaur, and he's got lots of sacrifice stuff he doesn't mind sacrificing to the priest. But hopefully we can get something going here. No blocks. Take 9. Yeah. Didn't really... Okay, Judith is kind of the way we'd get back into this. Oh no, we don't have red mana. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Okay. I think we have to go Oil Arc. Sacrifice. Target you. Target you two. Make 3 1/1s. Oh, kind of unfortunate I couldn't do this the other way around, but c'est la vie. So we get to draw a card as well. And now we'll play Teysa with the extra mana. And just kind of hope we can... I mean, we'll probably be taking 9 again minimum. But we've got lots of chump blockers for the Regisaur at very least. I'll probably chump block the Regisaur and just take the 5 off this thing. And then next turn, hopefully we rip like red and we can go Judith. And, well, Judith doesn't really do much, but... Actually, Judith does a fair amount. These tokens have lifelink as well, I guess. So technically I'm not doing too bad in the race here. Because I'll be taking 5 here. And I'll be hitting back for 3. No, I'll be taking 5 and I'll be hitting back for 2 lifelink in the air. And he just drew charging Regisaur, which isn't good for us. Tempted to trade off my entire board for... Because I have the second Teysa in hand, so maybe that's just right. And he plays this, and then... Yeah, I'm going to do that. I think trading off is beneficial for me here. Because that thing's going to keep attacking, I might as well get rid of it now. Trade my Teysa, which I already have the second one in hand. Hopefully we draw into something like a Footlight Fiend or another 1-drop. Yeah. Okay, we did not. This thing doesn't have trample though, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna play this tap land, play Teysa, and then we can chump with this and then make him sacrifice, and then hopefully get something going. Because we're gonna, these tokens are Vigilance and Lifelink now. Afterlife plus Teysa is obviously really nice. They planned that ahead, and if we can just, if you just get rid of these shitters, as they're eloquently called, then we can eventually. Ah, oh, damn it! Yet another one. Do we make him sacrifice now then? No, because then we can't jump this thing. Yeah, we can't get rid of this bloody Autodepot Master yet. I wonder though, if we had got rid of it, maybe that's a mistake, because we got rid of it, then he couldn't have cast the, oh, no mind, he had a second Regis or Alpha. I was going to say he couldn't have cast the Charmed Monsters Draw, but yeah. Well, we didn't know what this was, it could have just been a land, but maybe that was right. Because if we'd killed this in response to the Clan Core, he'd been stuck on 3 lands. And maybe we could have got something going, but we did not, so it's kind of irrelevant. And I think we're just dead here, because these both now have haste. Yeah. I can't think of a draw on my deck that gets me out of it, so... Because we're getting attacked with, like, 10 power, it would be double chump blocking, we can't keep up with that. But maybe that was the thought, and we would have essentially time walked them. But I didn't think that far ahead. People mock the dinosaurs, but double Regisaur Alpha is a pretty terrifying thing. It's 7 power. It's 7 power and then suddenly 14 power. It's a lot. Now we're playing Seth. Seth Rogen, Seth Manfield. It could be anyone. This hand is like exactly why I hate Aristocrats, because this hand does nothing, but you kind of have to keep it. We have good mana, we have Dorks, we have Pitiless Pontiff. I think I have to keep, and just hope I draw into more action. Yeah. I think I'd be getting a bit greedy if I threw this one back. I probably won't play the Pontiff on turn 2, just so my opponent doesn't get a chance to kill it. I'll just play it on turn 3 when I can hold up the good stuff. Actually, if our opponent's mono green, this hand's amazing because Pontiff just backbreaking for mono green. Just Death Touch just absolutely murders them. Fortunately, it looks like it's green black. This land's Diviner, so it looks like we're playing some sort of Explore deck. Okay, Pelocco Worm is not something I was comfortable seeing off the top of the deck there. But he bins it, which is either worrying or bad for me. Okay. I don't think I'm going to play it, like I said. I'm not in a huge rush to play the Pontiff, so I'm just going to get the second Hunted Witness down. Not attack, of course. Priest of the Forgotten Gods would be an amazing draw. Judith, Elenda. They're kind of what we're after here. Teysa. Midnight Reaper. Kind of the payoff. It looks like, okay, Poison Tip Archers. Not entirely sure what my opponent's up to here. They are attacking. I will not block. Take one. Okay, I asked for a priest and I was given one, so... No attacks, and yeah. Priest is really good because it draws me a card, and I don't mind sacrificing these Hunted Witness. This is whenever another creature dies, so it's actually of course I run into the anti-Aristocrats deck. Opponent's running Poison Tip Archers. End runners, Forerunners. Okay, he bins that one as well, thank God. But I don't know. Our opponent's playing jank basically, and we're gonna lose to it because this card is just backbreaking against us. No block. Actually, I can block. Okay. Well, we didn't draw the land we needed. I think I'm just going to do it now. So if I draw into a creature, I can use the extra mana. You. Make my 2/1/1s. Opponent drains me for 2. I get to make him sacrifice something. He'll drain me for another one. Yeah, when I took this hand, I didn't sign up to draw this many lands, and of course I draw another one. I didn't want to draw 8 lands, I'll put it that way. But I did keep a 4-lander, so I guess I can't complain too heavily. Well, Midnight Reaper is a way we get back into this, although unfortunately we have no non-token creatures now. I think I'm just going to sacrifice my tokens again, see if I can use the mana. Yep, Tron gets to drain me for 3 again, but life total is a resource. Plus I saw Endra's Forerunner, so I really want to get rid of as many creatures on his side of the board as possible. Whew. He sacrifices Lana Wells. We draw another land. Not what we're after, let's put it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah. Opponent can't really attack though. He does seem out of action as well. Okay. I think it's desperate times here. I'm just going to sacrifice everything. Sacrifice the 2 good creatures to draw 3 cards. And take like 6 points of damage here, but I need action. If I'm going to win this game, I need stuff to do. And sitting back here doesn't really seem to be giving me anything. That's not a good first one. That's not really a good second one. Okay, hero. Not very good for us either. At least we can sacrifice some stuff next turn. And the chances of us hitting into more action here is pretty high. If our opponent attacks with his Poison Tip Archer, I will absolutely trade off both creatures for it. No blocks. Okay, there's a second priest, which I will just sacrifice instead of the hero. Opponent did draw a lot of lands as well, which is the only reason we're still in this game. So, going down to 3 life here, but we have the lifelinking token now. There's Mortify, nice. Okay, we're in this game now. Yeah. Don't need to use the extra mana here, I'll wait a turn to let my opponent go. Actually, I could do it and then I'll be able to attack, so yeah, let's go full control. Now let's kill you. Off full control. Okay, no, I said I'm done with full control. Even get to make the 1/1 token there. So, stabilized on 3. As long as our opponent doesn't have that Enraged Forerunner, we should be okay here. Dead. Does this thing have trample? Yep. We gain 1. Yep. You got me. Oh, we were so close. We were so close. And if I'd kept the bloody Mortify, I would have won. Well, I would have lived another turn, but even then, I'm still begging to. No, I would have won that game if I'd kept the Mortify. I even thought about it as well, but I thought the chances of them. Oh well. Gonna call it there. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.